Right now, something just changed in the United States, and most people have no idea how big this is. A new law is quietly being rolled out that could allow thousands of senior citizens to legally pay zero property tax on their homes, yes, zero. At a time when inflation is rising, living costs are exploding, and retirees are struggling to keep up. This move could completely change how millions of Americans experience retirement. Imagine working your entire life, building a home, paying off your mortgage, only to reach retirement and still be forced to pay thousands of dollars every year just to keep the house you already own. For many seniors, this has been the harsh reality. Property taxes don't stop when your income stops. And as home values rise, those taxes often increase, putting even more pressure on people living on fixed incomes. Now picture this: you're retired, your income is limited. Prices of groceries, healthcare, and utilities keep going up. And then your property tax bill arrives, higher than last year. For some seniors, this is the moment where they start making impossible choices. Do they cut back on essentials? Do they dip into savings? Or do they consider selling the home they've lived in 4 decades? This is exactly the problem that lawmakers are now trying to solve. In states like Washington, a new update to the law is expanding property tax exemptions for seniors. The income limits have been raised, meaning more people can qualify. And for those who meet the criteria, the benefit is massive. Their property taxes could be reduced dramatically, or even eliminated entirely. But here's where it gets interesting. This isn't just about saving money. It's about stability. It's about allowing seniors to stay in their homes without the constant fear of being priced out. Because for many retirees, their home isn't just an asset, it's their life. It's where they raised their children, built memories, and created a sense of security. And Washington isn't the only place where this is happening. Across the United States, different states are introducing similar programs. In New York, seniors can receive significant reductions on their property taxes, depending on their income. In New Jersey, there's something called the Senior Freeze, which essentially locks in property tax levels and refunds increases over time. These programs may have different names, but they all point to the same trend. Governments are starting to recognize the financial pressure seniors are under. Now you might be wondering, why is this happening now? The answer lies in a combination of economic and demographic shifts. First, inflation has made everything more expensive. Even basic necessities have become harder to afford. Second, the population is aging. More people are entering retirement, and many of them are not financially prepared for rising costs. And third, housing markets have seen massive increases in value, which directly impacts property taxes. Put all of this together, and you get a growing crisis. Seniors who should be enjoying retirement are instead dealing with financial stress. And when enough people are affected, it becomes a political and economic issue that can't be ignored. But there's another side to this story that not many people are talking about. While these tax relief programs are a lifeline for seniors, they also raise questions about how local governments will replace that lost revenue. Property taxes are a major source of funding for schools, infrastructure, and public services. If a large number of homeowners stop paying those taxes, the system has to adjust somehow. Does that mean higher taxes for others? Does it mean budget cuts? Or does it push governments to find new ways of generating revenue? These are the questions that will shape the next phase of this policy shift. For now, though, the focus is clear. Help seniors stay in their homes, reduce financial pressure, provide stability in an uncertain economy. And for many people, this change couldn't have come at a better time. If you're a senior living in the United States, or if you have family members who are, this is something you need to pay attention to. Because eligibility depends on factors like income, age, and location. Not everyone will qualify automatically, and the rules can vary from state to state. But for those who do qualify, the savings can be life-changing. Think about what it means to suddenly remove one of your biggest annual expenses. That money can go toward healthcare, daily living, or simply provide peace of mind. And peace of mind is something that becomes more valuable than ever in retirement. There's also a psychological impact. Knowing that you won't be forced out of your home because of rising taxes changes how you think about the future. It gives you a sense of control at a time when many things feel uncertain. At the same time, this shift could influence the housing market itself. If more seniors are able to stay in their homes longer, it could reduce the supply of houses available for sale. That, in turn, could affect prices and availability for younger buyers. So while the policy helps one group, it may create ripple effects across the entire market. And this is where things become even more interesting. Because policies like this don't exist in isolation. They are part of a larger conversation about how societies support aging populations. From healthcare to housing to social security, governments are being forced to rethink how they allocate resources. What we're seeing right now could be the beginning of a broader trend. Today it's property taxes. Tomorrow it could be other forms of relief. The question is how far these changes will go, and how they will be funded in the long run. For content creators and analysts, this is a powerful topic because it connects economics, policy, and real human impact. It's not just numbers on a chart, it's people's lives. It's the difference between stress and security, between uncertainty and stability, and for viewers, it raises an important question. If you were in that position, how much would it matter to you? What would it change about your life if one of your biggest expenses simply disappeared? As this law begins to take effect over the coming years, more details will emerge, more states may follow, and more people will start to realize just how significant this shift really is. So while it may not be making headlines everywhere yet, this is one of those changes that quietly reshapes the system from the inside. And by the time everyone is talking about it, it will already be in motion. The real question is, will you understand it early, or only after it starts affecting everything around you?